Hello and welcome to the Brutally Honest podcast. I'm Rachel.
And I'm Rebecca. Okay, first and foremost, like and subscribe right now. Click.
Okay, perfect. Today we have a guest I'm so excited for, Darienne Debrule.
Darienne Debrule.
I'm excited.
Welcome to Brutally Honest. No, I am so stoked. I've been telling Rebecca about this podcast for like 2 weeks. I'm like, we need to get her on. And I was like, she's going to be so good. I'm like, she has so much we have to talk about. I was honestly stoked.
Well, and your content is like so beautiful, but then I feel like as a speaker, you're like amazing.
Yeah, literally, I was talking to my mom about this, and I was like, I think it was 10 years ago that we met.
Yeah,
just
which
like
is crazy.
Through volleyball.
That
was
high school
so great. High school volleyball. We love it.
Wait, what position did you play?
I played right side.
Okay.
And you played outside.
Yeah. Did you play all 4 years?
No, because I tore my ACL twice. So that was the end of that.
So you were like, we're done.
Yeah, we're done.
Oh my gosh, stop it.
No, it was so funny because I talked to my mom separately, and like you hadn't talked to our mom about interviewing Darienne. She immediately knew who you were. She was like, "Oh yes, she's gonna be great. She's hilarious." No, I was like, "Okay, great, let's do it."
Okay, I feel like this is a good starting point of high school with where did you grow up?
I grew up in Draper, which I feel like has a bad connotation around Utah, but I think at the time I didn't love growing up there. It's not very diverse, and I feel like a lot of people are super wealthy. So even though I grew up totally fine, like good middle class family, I still feel like you compare yourself to the people that are super upper middle class or even like high class, you know? Yeah. So that was hard, but looking back, I'm actually still in Draper, and I cannot believe I haven't left. I did leave for college, but I love Draper now. I think it's so fun. It's such a great suburb to be in. The location is beautiful, right by Point of the Mountain, easy access to Utah County, easy access to Salt Lake City.
Yes, that's so nice. That's so true. Well, and I remember like moving to Draper, and it was so crazy. Like freshman in high school, like I feel like everyone had a Vespa, or like you turned 16, everyone got like the nicest car or brand new Jeep, and it was like, okay, this is what we're doing here.
I remember someone had a G-Wagon, and then
in high school?
Yeah, in high school.
That's when you know.
That's how you know.
You're like looking on the parking lot.
Their parents are irresponsible.
Yeah,
actually.
Right? Like, hopefully don't crash that.
Yeah, literally, like something is off here. Okay, but I wanted to like also double click a little bit into like Utah's not very diverse, obviously. And so what's like the experience like being Black in Utah in high school?
I feel like the experience is so different for each person of color.
Yeah.
And I remember in high school, they had this like meeting for all the Black kids at the school, and there were only like 5 to 10 of us, and they catered Popeyes. And so they got fried chicken, and then they had watermelon and Kool-Aid. And I remember like looking at one of the other girls, and we were like, this cannot be real. Obviously we enjoyed it, but we're like, okay guys, well, this is a stereotype. It's not because we're Black that we enjoyed it. Popeyes is just good.
Yeah, no.
So little things like that would happen. Or I remember one time I was in one of my AP classes, and this kid, he had wrote like, you've been handed the N-word card, and it said it, like the whole word on there. And it somehow got to me, but he said it wasn't meant to get to me, and it was more like you've been handed the card to say the N-word. But like, that just wasn't cool in general. But him and I had been friends like before this situation happened. So in these instances, like, in my mind, I was never thinking, oh, they're racist. I was thinking, oh, they're ignorant. This is like an opportunity to teach them, like, hey, you don't say that.
Yeah.
My mom went into the office and like flamed everything, and he got kicked out of my class, and we weren't able to be in any classes together for the rest of high school.
I love her.
That's probably not the direction I would have taken it. I would have rather him like come in with his parents and like us just had a conversation, like, hey, this is why this word is not appropriate. This is why even as a joke, you shouldn't say this. You shouldn't be giving people the right to say the N-word or anything like that. So it was more just circumstances like that. And then of course, like obviously you're not the beauty standard, so it can be hard in high school when you feel like all your friends are getting asked to dances. And I never got asked to a boys' choice dance. Never. Yeah. So I went to dances, like I'd ask my guy friends, especially senior year, but you just feel really ugly because no one is interested in you. Like no one likes you. They don't like your hair. They don't like any of that. So
no, I literally just got back from New York, and coming like in New York, there are like no blonde people. And like, no, I'm serious. Like, my friend was like blonde, and like she was the only one. But then coming back here, I was like, oh my gosh, everyone like really just like looks the same and acts the same.
Yeah,
too.
no, it's like how they talk about the Secret Lives of Mormon Wives cast. Like you put all of them next to each other, and they're like, I do not know who Demi versus Jesse is.
No, literally, the first time I saw them, I couldn't just tell them apart.
You're like, who's who?
Yeah, no, seriously.
No, actually, that totally makes sense. But was it like exhausting having to like educate people? Did you feel like did that ever get tiring, or is it just like this is my life?
Yeah, it kind of got tiring, but at the same time, I'm like born and raised in Utah, so I didn't know any different.
Okay, yeah.
And I think now a lot of people always ask me, like, what is it like being Black in Utah? And like for me, I feel like I can't really tell them that much because it's all I've ever known. So for me, like walking in a room and being the only Black person isn't like, oh my gosh, like isn't a shocker to me.
Yeah, totally.
Whereas my boyfriend, like he's not from here and he is Black. And so when he came here, he's like, oh, everyone stares at me. Like he's like, it's so white. But to me, I'm just like, that's just what I know.
Yeah.
So
did your parents prepare you at all for that at all? Like growing up, or was it just kind of like, no, this is like how it is?
Well, my mom is white, so I don't think it's something that she could never prepare me for. And my dad, so I was born in Utah, but then we moved away for a little bit. Okay. And my parents got divorced. And then when I came back here, my dad wasn't living in Utah.
Okay.
So I feel like at the point when I could start having those conversations, he wasn't really here to like super prepare me.
Yeah.
But then growing up and hearing his experiences and my aunt's experiences, I wish that they would have told me that more when I was younger.
Yeah.
But then when my dad moved back here, it was fine. Like we did have discussions, but it's the same thing for him. Like he's just kind of gotten used to it. Like it is what it is. Like he spent a lot of his childhood here, not all of it, but a lot of it.
Yeah, no, totally. And it's so interesting because like growing up in California, like never would ever say anything like that. And so it's just so interesting, like hearing the differences and like culturally it just is so different. Like the expectations are just like so different here. Yep. Hey, do you want to go to college?
Yeah, let's go to college. Okay, so tell us about where you went. What did you study? We know you do, like, spoiler alert, you're in the news for your job, but, like, take us through that progression.
So I went to the University of Utah, and you guys, I did not want to go there. I was adamant I was leaving the state the second I graduated high school.
So you're, like, still not living in Utah at this point?
Yeah, I hated Utah still. I was, like, so upset. I remember having a tantrum when my parents told me I had to go to the University of Utah, and that they weren't going to pay for me to go out of state.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
That makes sense. But I got a scholarship to the U, and like now looking back, I'm actually really grateful that they said that because I'm not in like thousands and thousands of student loan debt.
Yeah.
Versus if I went out of state, I totally would be. But I went to the University of Utah, and honestly, that's when like my experience with Utah started changing because at the U, like there's so many different types of people. Like you have more people of color because like you have the athletes that are coming to play on sports teams like basketball or football. You have like people in Greek life. You just have so many types of people that you can meet.
Yeah.
And that's when I started to be like, oh, okay, the world is more diverse and Utah can be more diverse, especially in Salt Lake City. So I went in, I used to have a really big passion for politics. So I majored in political science. Like in high school, I was super outspoken about issues that were happening at the time. And so I thought I wanted to be a politician. So I went into the pre-law program because a lot of my family does law. So I'm like, okay, this is the easiest route. Yeah, I'll be a lawyer. And then when I can run, I'll run for office. But partway through that, I realized like being a lawyer is not fun. And you do a lot of litigation and like you're not in court very much unless you're a public defender, and God bless them, but they do not get paid a lot of money. And it's good work, but you have to love it to do it.
Yeah.
And I remember taking a communications course, and there was a guy in the class, and I gave like one of my first speeches to the class, and he was like, you should be a news reporter. And I was like, what? Like, okay, that's so random to say. But in the back of my mind, I always had loved news. And I think that a lot of my love for politics came from a love of public speaking and a love for watching the news and giving people information.
Yeah, you probably were watching the news all the time because of politics.
Yeah, even when I was a kid, like I would turn on Good Things Utah, like one of the morning shows on ABC. I would watch that as a kid at my grandparents' house.
No way.
Like, why was I doing that as a kid?
You were literally born to do this, like from day one. Well, and I feel like the way you interact with the news as a kid is via, like interact with politics is via the news. You're like, well, I'm just watching the news, and so that's sick.
Exactly.
So you major in poli-sci, and so you choose to be a newscaster, basically, because this guy is like, you'd be good at it.
Yeah.
And so how do you get into that? Because I don't know anyone who's a newscaster except for you.
I know, that is like the crazy question. And the thing that once I came to the realization that it was maybe something I wanted to do, I'm like, how does one even do that? Because it's not a very common job. And so it's
I feel like there's so few spots.
Yeah, there really are. Like, there's only 4 stations in the state, and there's only like a handful of reporters at each station. Yeah. So I just did what I thought I knew how to do, which was get an internship, but I was so underqualified. But I did intern for that show, Good Things Utah, the one I watched when I was a kid.
Okay, fun.
And I learned a lot from those ladies. It was super amazing. It's a lifestyle show, so it's more of just fun, pay to play, like a lot of ads, sponsored segments, stuff like that. Cool. And I loved it, but I still had that deep love for politics at that point, and so I was like, hey, I want to do more hard news. So I applied for an internship at my current station, Fox 13, and they weren't actually really taking interns at the time. I had just connected with one of their anchors and asked, and then they asked, and they're like, oh yeah, we should bring back our internship, because this was kind of like after COVID.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah. And so I interviewed, and I remember in my interview, they were like, we're looking for somebody that wants to be a producer. And I straight up told them, I don't want to be a producer. And they were like, okay, well, I don't know if this will work out for sure, because we do want someone that we can kind of put into that producer trajectory.
Yeah.
And they ended up hiring another girl, and then they got room in the budget to hire me. And guess who's still around?
Guess who didn't make it? Okay, wait, this is a dumb question. What's a producer versus
totally. I don't even.
No, you're fine. A producer is the person that like writes the scripts and like writes the newscast and like stacks it. So like what stories you see when, they're the ones deciding that.
Got it. Okay. And so what you do on news, you do features. What exactly is a feature?
So a feature is just like highlighting like cool things happening around the state. So I do like places to eat, activities. Basically what I do for social media, I do on TV.
Oh. Interesting.
Yeah. So it goes hand in hand. It goes well together.
No. I'm like, no way. I'm like, this is amazing. Okay, so I honestly have so many questions about
I have so many too.
Literally, I'm like, I need to know everything. So you have a producer, do they write your script for what you say?
So I am totally ad-lib, so I don't have a script.
Oh
my god, doing a live interview. So basically what you guys are doing for me right now, I would do for you. Just
no wonder you're so good at this.
And so, I was gonna say, and you are live all the time.
Okay. Oh, you're always live, it's not pre-recorded.
Yeah, always live. I do one pre-recorded segment that airs in the afternoon, but my morning segments, which is my main gig, are all live.
Okay, I have to ask, like, what happens when you like mess something up, or like something like just doesn't go as planned?
I love features, because features, it's not a life or death situation. When I was doing general assignment, it's like if you're in a situation where someone died or someone passed away, the amount of people that have passed away or the name of the person that passed away, like that's a big deal. Like you need to get that correct. For a feature, like obviously we all strive for accuracy, that's our job. But at the end of the day, like if I say they're open till 9 and they close at 8, like
no big deal.
No big deal. Like they
Google
just correct you.
Exactly.
Or they can correct me live. So
okay. Yeah, so it's not life or death. That totally makes sense. And are you doing your own makeup, hair, clothing?
Yeah.
Okay, I heard lore that people get budget for clothes if you're on the news. Is that true?
It is true at some stations.
Oh, okay, got it.
I think in the bigger markets, I think in LA and New York and like some of the probably the top 10s you probably do, but
no, you're in charge of all your own outfits.
Yeah.
And you're coming up with the content too.
I am really, really blessed that I work with a really great photographer. This is not the norm, but he books a lot of our segments.
Okay, cool.
So we kind of do like a split deal. So we'll do the live segments together, and then we'll usually record things in between, and then I will write and edit and put together a story that airs later, and then he plans the segments. I do plan some stuff, but I would say he plans like 90% and I plan 10%. So he can't retire till I do. He's like 60, but I'm like, you can't retire.
We are in this together, literally.
Is this where you want to be right now? Like doing features in the news? Or is it like in 5 years you want to be doing something else? Like what's the progression like as a newscaster?
Well, the progression would be to become an anchor. And I think at the beginning of my career, that is something I wanted. Now I am like, this is my dream job. But it's also kind of scary to feel like you have your dream job when you're 24. You're like,
you're like, where do I go?
Where do we go from here?
Yeah.
But I think right now, I'm sure that there will come a day when I want a new opportunity or a new challenge.
Yeah.
But I think so many times, like we're always looking for the next best thing that we forget to just be present and enjoy where we're at. And right now I'm super enjoying where I'm at. So I think eventually, like I said, I'll probably want to do something new, but I'm just so happy and so grateful for this job that I'm like, right now I'm just going to soak it all up, soak it all in.
That is so cool, because I feel like there are actually so few people that say that about their job. That is so unique. Okay, day to day, what time does your day start?
Usually around 4 a.m.
Are you up at 4 or do you have to be there at 4?
I usually wake up at 4.
Okay.
Yeah, and then I will do my hair and makeup. I'll look over the planning sheet for where we're at that day, so I can like kind of get a background, and also so I know what to wear, because my outfits are not very good on TV, but I just need them to be functional, and I wear my Crocs every single day, and I don't care what anyone says. I need to be able to run, jump, do everything, and I need my feet to not hurt.
So we're in sport mode, it's fine.
Yeah, no, literally, they're always in sport mode. But yeah, then I usually go to the location that we're shooting at. I'm there for like, we're there from 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. So about 3 hours. And then the rest of my day, I just write and edit.
Okay, and do you have to be like in office for that? Or are you like, I go home and do that?
No, I usually go home and do that. It's pretty flexible. The reason I don't go to the station is because I just feel like I work more effectively at home. Because when I go to the station, I see all my friends. And I want to talk to them and chat. And I'm like, no, get your work done.
Okay, is it hard socially, like having such an early wake up every day?
Not really. I feel like I've always naturally been an early riser. Even in college, I was a barista for a lot of years, and so I worked like an early morning shift. I feel like the only hard part about my job socially is, and a lot of people on TV or news would say this, is you can't really have an off day. Like if you are like working at a desk job and like you're sick or like you're having a sad day, you can kind of just go to your desk and like hunker down and like not really talk to people. But I don't really have a job where I can do that. Like I have to be my best self or like a version of my best self every single day. So
if you're sick, what do you do?
Call out.
Oh, okay. So it's just like features are canceled.
No, there's like a go-to fill-in that like can't hop in for me. I always feel guilty calling out though, because again, it's not like somebody has to do it.
Yeah, so someone will do it.
But
that's so fascinating. Is it hard? Okay, is it hard on the weekends? Because I struggle with this. Where on the weekends, I go to bed so late because my husband's like, we want to go hang out with our friends. We're out super late. And then Monday, it's like, well, I have to get up at 6 a.m. I'm trying to keep a consistent sleep schedule. Or are you just like, I just roll with it?
I don't stay up late on the weekends even. Yeah.
So what time are you going to bed? I need to know specifics.
I try and go to bed by 9 p.m. It usually ends up being between 9 and 10.
Okay.
I'm pretty good at having like an early bedtime, unless of course like I'm doing something in particular that night. But if I know I'm going to be up late, like either I will plan my day the next day that after work I can like just nap and chill, or I will try and take a nap earlier in that day.
And you don't have a hard time not staying out late on the weekends?
No. Because
are you tired?
I like don't like going out.
Okay.
And so I'm like, I'm going home. Like after 9 p.m. my body is like, let's go to sleep. And so I just go home. I tell people all the time, I'm like a day person. Like I love a day activity. At nighttime you can catch me at a dinner and then I'm leaving. You guys go enjoy the after party. I'm going home.
I need more of that because honestly I want to be the same way. I'm just trying to go home, you guys. I'm done. Like nothing good honestly happens after 10 p.m. I'm convinced, but it's fine. Okay. You mentioned your boyfriend earlier. And I saw on TikTok he lives in Japan.
Yeah.
So one, how did you meet? You said he's not from Utah. Two, what is he doing in Japan?
So we met because he played basketball at the University of Utah, and so we met my senior year. And he's playing basketball in Japan.
Oh, okay,
so
sick.
Talk us through that romance. Like, how did you meet? How long have you been dating?
Well, we met. So this girl I used to hang out with, she was like, there's this really cute guy on the basketball team. And I'm like, no, there's not. Because I knew all of them. Like, I'd been to school with them for so many years at this point. I'm like, they are not cute. And she's like, no, he is. And she showed me his picture. And I was like, oh, yeah, he is cute. So I followed him on Instagram, and then he followed me back. But we didn't really like interact or communicate or anything.
Okay.
And then like a month later, his friend came to my friend's birthday party and he was like, are you Darienne? And I was like, yeah. And then he goes, oh, my friend Boston was talking about you. I don't know if that was true or not. I don't know if he was actually talking about me because his friend wanted my friend. So I feel like he might have just like been saying that.
Like trying to get into the group?
Okay. Yeah.
I see.
And so him and I kind of made a plan. I'm like, okay, like hook me up with Boston and I'll hook you up with my friend. They didn't work out, but him and I worked out. But at first, like this guy, his other friend would always plan group hangouts and he would never come. He would like never show up. I was literally in his apartment one time and he didn't come out of his room. So that's why I was like, okay, this guy is not interested in
he's definitely not interested. And you're also like, what am I doing here? Like, I'm putting myself out there. I'm in your living room and you will not give me the time of day.
Yeah. And so I DM'd him after that night and I was like, are you scared of me? And I remember he was like, wait,
I love it. That's bold.
Like, wait, what? And I'm like, I was literally at your apartment. We were supposed to hang out and like you didn't come outside. Yeah. We've been supposed to hang out multiple times. He's like, oh, I was so sick that night you came over. Like, I'm so sorry. Like, I'm having a hard time like adjusting to like the intensity of this.
Wow.
So yeah, and then we kind of just started talking from there. And then I remember I went to Vegas with that friend and his friend.
Okay.
Yeah, and he FaceTimed him and I heard his voice and I was like, yeah, that's gonna be my husband.
Yeah, that's amazing. There we go.
And then I FaceTimed him one night and then we talked. The next day we hung out and like the rest is history.
Wait, so how long have you guys been dating?
4 years.
4 years?
Well, we've probably been dating for 3 years, but we've known each other for 4 years.
Okay.
And so how long has he been in Japan for?
Since July.
Okay. So what is that, 5 months?
Like, yeah, 4 or 5.
Okay, 4 or 5
Who's
months.
counting?
Yeah. You're like 4 months, 5 days, and 13 minutes. Wait, so you've been together for 4 years. Has he been in Utah the entirety of those 4 years minus the last 5 months?
No, he was in Utah for about 2 years. Okay. And then he moved to South Dakota and then he moved to Florida and then now Japan.
Is this all for basketball?
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys have done long distance before?
Yeah, we've been long distance. This is just the longest distance. I don't know if it gets any longer than this, but...
No, literally, you're like, we are overseas. Yeah, you're overseas. Yeah, literally. We're making it work. Okay, talk to me about being in a long distance relationship. If you've done it for 4 years, you have to have like good tips. Like you've figured out, I'm sure, the formula for a long distance relationship.
I don't know. I feel like it really is different for everyone. Yeah. And honestly, I never saw myself as someone who could do a long distance relationship. My only other boyfriend, we were long distance, and that was like the downfall of our relationship.
Yeah.
But I think at the time, like I was so codependent that there was no way I could like handle someone being that far away.
Okay.
And I feel like if anything with this relationship, the long distance has really helped me because I have a super anxious attachment style.
Okay.
And so being away from him has like forced me to like find myself and find happiness outside of like being around him and hanging out with him. And so I feel like my biggest tip for long distance actually has nothing to do with the other person and everything to do with yourself.
That's actually brilliant.
Yeah. And just finding ways to like make yourself happy outside of that person and like grow yourself at the same time as like obviously maintaining your relationship. But at the end of the day, I see this as an opportunity to pursue things that I want to do that maybe I wouldn't be able to put as much time or effort into if he was here, and the same for him.
Okay, you talk about your anxious attachment style. I want to double click on that. First of all, how did you figure out you were that? Because like I have so many questions on that myself.
Oh, girl,
and so
I felt like I was crazy. When I was like in high school, so I was in high school and college. I felt like I was going crazy over these men. I'm like, what the freak? Like, there's no way I should be derailed about this stuff. And so I started like looking it up on Google, and then like I saw a lot of the things I was doing were like common.
They're like calling you out.
You're like, oh, whoops.
Yeah, but honestly, being able to put a name to it made me feel better. It made me feel like I wasn't crazy and that it is something a lot of people experience. And so, yeah, I have an anxious attachment style. Honestly, I think my boyfriend is an avoidant, which those two always seem to find each other because you reinforce each other's beliefs. But we have worked through that, and like being with someone and like solving that attachment issues, you guys can both work towards a more secure attachment, which I think is what we have worked towards.
Okay.
But at the beginning, it kind of felt like chasing like a mouse. Like that's how the avoidant is. Like he's trying to run away, I'm trying to chase, and then you just go in a cycle.
Okay, like anxious attachment, if you could describe it in a sentence, like what does that mean you're an anxious attachment style?
Like I'm scared that you're going to leave me, and so I cling on very tight.
And so if he's avoidant, he's like the opposite. Where he
doesn't like to be smothered.
Don't smother me. I need to breathe.
Yeah.
Like I need my independence almost.
That's so funny that you guys are found each other.
Yes,
it's like opposites attract.
You're
like literally like I need him. He's like moving away.
But
he's like,
a lot of anxious people end up with avoidance because it reinforces those beliefs for each other.
That makes sense.
Yeah. It's pretty crazy. I was really into attachment styles in like college and late high school.
Honestly, I've tried to figure out mine, and then I look at it and I'm like, I don't know what's going on. I feel like I have all of these things. I need to figure that out, honestly. But
no, I was actually ChatGPTing this the other day. I think I'm both. Can you be both?
Yep,
like anxious and yes, I mean yes, that's what it's.
Or you can be anxious avoidant.
Yes, I think I'm an anxious avoidant.
Wait, how does that work if you're an anxious avoidant though? Because they're the opposite.
Well, I think it's like when someone retreats, like I also retreat, but then I also want to like be attached to them. I don't know. I'm still uncovering.
You're like, I'm still learning.
Yes, you're like, it's a process.
It is a process.
So you feel like distance has been good almost for your attachment style?
Yeah, for sure. Not forever. Sense. I'm like, come back soon.
Yeah.
But for right now, I feel like it's benefited us more than it has harmed us.
That's amazing.
And does he know how long he's going to be in Japan?
No, ideally I would want him to come back after this season.
Yeah.
But again, he has his own life path and his own goals that he wants to accomplish.
For sure, totally.
I mean, I'm sure eventually it'll come to a point where I'm like, okay, you need to come back here because like, let's go. Like I'm ready to like, get married, have kids.
Yeah.
I don't feel like I'm at that point right now, so I'm like fine with him being there. But
no. You know, I relate to you doing distance. My husband and I actually did distance. Like, I think it was at 30 we were married. He was gone for 3 weeks and home for 1 week, which getting married super young, it was actually kind of nice because then it was like, oh, I still have like my own life in a weird way. Like I go to school every day. And so, yeah, like even though obviously like I loved him, I wanted to be with him, it was like, oh, like I still have like my life and get to have my own little box entity, whatever. So no, I totally get what you're saying, where it's like, honestly, distance can sometimes be a benefit. Like it gets a bad rap all the time, but it's like, I feel like for a short period of time, maybe not forever, but no, I totally relate to you.
And I have so many amazing friends, and I feel like there's no way I would have like met all my friends because I would have been with my boyfriend.
Yes.
Like, he's the person I would have invited everywhere. So
yeah, like every Friday, Saturday night, it's like, well, what am I doing with you? I don't want to go meet new people. Like, why would I? No, literally. Yeah, exactly.
Do you guys have like a date that you're going to see each other next? Like, have you been to Japan at all? I
haven't been to Japan. I was maybe going to go in January, but I don't know if I'm going to go anymore. So probably April, maybe February.
Okay.
Wow. Do you just like FaceTime every day? What's the time difference?
16 hours right now.
Oh, okay. Is that tough to like find a time where you're both?
No, I actually think it's easier than 10 or 12 because those it's like you're almost on opposites all the time.
Yeah.
But we usually talk in the morning when I wake up for a few hours, and then like around 5 or 6 p.m. my time, we talk until I go to bed.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. So it's really not that bad.
That's not that bad. That's actually great. And you kind of have like a cadence, you have a rhythm.
Yeah,
you're like in the midst of things.
Yeah.
Okay, I did have a question, kind of switching gears. So you mentioned because of your long distance relationship, you have more time to spend on other things. What are these other things that you're spending your time on?
Yeah.
Dude, everything. I will literally do whatever. As long as it does not involve going out and drinking, I will do whatever. So I think just finding activities, food, thrifting, Pilates.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is that what kind of made you decide to start doing your like content creation journey? Or what made you start?
Yeah, when did you start doing that?
Okay, honestly, a few years ago, my dad was like, because that same friend that I was telling you about that was like friends with my boyfriend.
Okay, yeah.
He like one time we were with my dad and my dad heard him and he called me like the mayor of Salt Lake. But he like, I think he meant it like a derogatory way. Like he was like, everyone knows you, like whatever.
But your dad's like brilliant.
Yeah, my dad's like, wait, I love that. He's like, you know, what David said really had me thinking, like maybe you should like start making videos about like things to do here and like food places. Like you're always complaining that there's nothing to do, so why don't you find it? And I was like, no, like whatever, I'm not doing that.
You're like lame.
So, and that was probably like 4 years ago, 4 or 5 years ago. Yeah. And so then I started doing, and I've always wanted to do content. Like obviously I'm in a career where like I write, I edit, I'm on camera. Like those are all things that I genuinely love.
Yeah.
And I've always loved. And so when I started doing features, I just started making like some little videos about the places we were going for features because like I had the time.
Yeah.
And then those started like getting traction. And so then I was like, oh, people like this stuff. And then I started to like it because then it forced me to find new things and experience
you're like
new
finding the
things.
next cool thing to like share people.
Exactly. And now it just kind of all works together. So I love it.
That's so fun. I'd love to see you as the mayor. You'd be a great mayor.
I know. I think you should run. Actually,
No, I'm like, actually, I think we should get back into politics.
I hate
no,
politics
seriously.
now. I can't.
Do you really hate it?
Dude, I hate it. It's like, I mean, as you know, the political polarization in this country is just like
it is
insane.
extreme.
No, it's crazy.
And like, I realize I actually don't like when people don't like me. And in politics, so half the population always hates you in politics. Doesn't matter who you are. Sometimes more.
Turns out I'm more to be a Fox star, actually.
It turns out I don't want to be hated by everyone.
It's okay. You'd have my vote.
I would be part of on the campaign.
Me too.
I'd be the manager.
like,
I'm
vote
watching
for this
Scandal
girl.
right now. I'm like, I'm your Cyrus Bean.
You're like, I'll take that.
I'm Cyrus Bean.
Okay, so most of your content creation has been like
Utah-based.
Utah-based things to see. But lately, it seems like you've been doing a little bit more personal stuff. How did you get into it? Why did you decide to get into that?
I have always wanted to do more like personal content. I think I just fell into Utah content and it was working and I was loving it. And so I'm like, why stop this? And I also think it's easier when you're not the story. And I think that might be like the journalist in me where it's like, I don't want to be the story. Like I can be part of the story. Like obviously in these videos, like I'll put myself in it. Like you might see a clip of me or like you might hear like my opinion on something or my reaction to it. But at the end of the day, like the business or the activity is like the main feature, like the main star. And I feel like it's just easier to put yourself out there when it's not about you.
It's so true. Actually.
When it gives you like something to talk about also, it's like, oh, I'm just gonna go talk about this business, highlight them. Like I don't have to like come up with a story about myself to share with you.
Exactly. That's one of the things too, is everyone's like, oh, you should do more personal content. But I'm like, I don't even know what to talk about.
You're like, what do you want from me? Okay.
I'm like, what do you want me to say? And I also sometimes wonder, like, is it good for us to constantly be looking at ourselves and talking about ourselves on social media? You know, like I wonder about that too. So I feel like that's one thing I've struggled with is I do want to provide value to people and I don't just want to be like, oh, look at me and look what I'm doing, like blah, 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 you know? So
how perfect my life is.
It's been like a curve. I also feel like this is so weird because obviously my job is on camera, but I hate watching myself back. It's not even my voice because I've gotten over that. Like I've just heard my voice so much that I think a lot of people at the beginning, they struggle with hearing their own voice. But I nitpick everything about myself to the point where like I won't post stuff because I'm nitpicking it. So that's been like something I'm trying to work through as well. And I don't know why. I think on TV, it's like I can't see it. It just goes live. And I'm not watching it. And it just is what it is. Like there isn't time for me to nitpick.
And you're kind of live. So you don't have time to like really edit
I can't
a lot
really
of
go
things.
back through
You're like, it is what it is. You're like a one-take wonder.
No, seriously, it just happens. It's out there and like that's it.
And nothing you can do. Yeah, like something about it.
But when you're editing it, you're like looking at yourself over and over again. You're like, oh my gosh, I noticed that. Oh, I noticed that. Oh, I noticed that. So.
Well, your content is beautiful.
Yeah,
so I can only
so
imagine what
aesthetic.
doesn't make the cut, because I think you are my like who I'm trying
He's
to be
like the North Star.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm
seriously.
aspiring to be your
Her
content.
content's amazing.
The problem is then I'm like so particular. Like there's so many times when I break down a shot just because like one thing wasn't centered, and it's like gotta get over that. Because also on social media, people do like real, raw, authentic stuff.
True.
Yeah.
And I think there is a place for like beautiful content, and I think especially doing features, like that would be a place for beautiful content, because like I want to like showcase this business or this activity in the best light I can. But I think when it comes to more personal stuff, it's actually better less produced.
Yeah,
but for me, I'm like, what do you mean like less produced? Like this needs to be perfect. The light needs to be on game, like everything.
Like that does not exist. Like it is 4 a.m. and we have a ring light.
No, 4 a.m.
The lighting is there.
I am centered in this frame.
That's amazing.
Stop. I'm also obsessed with your style.
Oh, thank you.
No, it's so good. I think you posted a video today. Was it yesterday, about your thrifting style, like how to thrift?
Oh yeah.
Because I feel like thrifting is an art form.
It is an art.
I think it is too.
You need to have patience.
Have you always like known how to thrift? It sounds dumb, but I'm so bad at thrifting, so I think it's
I've been thrifting for a long time though. I've probably been thrifting for over 10 years.
Okay.
And like I think at the beginning it was when there was like the baggy jeans and like graphic tees were in, and that's like all I would thrift. And like my best friend Sevi and I at like one point we wanted to start like a vintage business. We would be at the bins like every week, and like we got the crappiest stuff. And I'm like, why did we even think that was cool? So I really think part of thrifting is just like developing an eye for it. I think a lot of great thrifters, they can see something and see the potential in it.
Yes.
Versus when like you maybe haven't like trained yourself to thrift yet, you're looking at everything like, what am I gonna do with this? Like, how is this cute?
That happens to me every time. I go with my in-laws thrifting all the time, and I'm like, I don't know what you're seeing. Like you see so much that I don't, and they're like picking out all these like really cool, like intricate pieces, and I'm just like, if it's not a white t-shirt, I don't know what to do.
Yeah, and that is one thing. I do feel like also certain styles are better for thrifting.
Interesting.
Like I think that if you are someone that loves like an elevated basic, you can find those thrifting, but honestly sometimes I feel like you're better off just like finding one you like online, because it's gonna like not have any stains, not have any whatever. But I think that especially if you're looking for cool unique pieces that like you want to try out, but you don't necessarily want to invest $100-$150 into something that you don't know if you're gonna like wear multiple times, then thrifting is like a good option, because you can find super high quality stuff that is very unique.
Yeah. Have you had a thrift find that you're like, oh, this was amazing that I found this at the thrift store?
Yeah, actually I found a fur jacket at the bins and it was like $5. And today I was at Grand America and the girl, she's like, oh my gosh, where did you get this jacket? It was so beautiful. I'm like, the bins. I don't know, I feel like I've had so many good thrift finds that are pieces that I've been wearing for years now or for months. I feel like a lot of those end up being jackets. Like I just thrifted a genuine leather jacket that was beautiful.
No way.
I thrift a lot of fur, like probably faux fur. I don't really thrift real fur, but yeah.
Where is like the best spot to go?
I like Draper Savers and Mill Creek Savers.
Okay.
Okay, I need to
write that down.
Literally, I'm like, it'll all be gone next time you go.
And I always I tell people I like to go in the morning, not right when they open, but like a little bit after they open, when they are putting out the new racks and like people haven't really gone through everything yet.
Yeah,
that's when I like.
I will say, when someone tells me they got something from the thrift, I'm like, that is the chicest thing I've ever heard. Like, it's so iconic to be like, oh, I thrifted this. I'm like, oh, that is so cool.
It's so cool.
Like, it's
sometimes
so
I feel
cool.
bad though, and I'm like, oh, sorry, I don't know where you can get this.
Like, this is one of a kind to me. Nice try. No, that's so cool.
Should we end with the fast 5 questions?
Yes.
Okay. Our rapid fire questions for you. Number 1. What was your top song and top artist on your Spotify Wrapped this year?
I think this might surprise you guys. My top artist was the Hamilton people.
Really?
Yeah, that's also my top album. My top song, oh my gosh, I actually don't remember my top song. Honestly, this is like gonna probably show my range in music, but I think it was an NBA Youngboy song. So Hamilton, top artist, top album. NBA Youngboy somehow got the top spot. I think in the song category, I think there was a Hamilton song that was second, but yeah.
We were saying last week, Hamilton needs to have a movie. I want the movie Hamilton. I would die for that.
We want like the Les Mis equivalent of like detail and everything.
Like Wicked.
Would love that.
Hamilton.
The Hamilton.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, next question. Someone's visiting Utah. Where are you telling them to go to dinner?
Ooh, Matilda in Park City.
Okay, I've never been there.
I know, I've actually never posted about that because the one time I went, I was like just going off vibes. Like I wasn't even going to like make content, and then I was like, crap, this was so good. I should have made a video about it. But that's where I'm going for my birthday dinner, so it's good. It's like pasta and pizza and just like shareable size things. It's so good. And
That
the
sounds
branding
amazing.
is so cute. I love good food, but if the branding and the food is good, yeah.
It's everything.
Fun. Okay, number 3. Same kind of topic. If someone's here to visit Utah, where's the best coffee shop to
JJ's.
go?
Okay, I see everyone go there, but I've never been.
What? Okay, you guys have to go. It's so good. They have one in Orem.
Yeah,
that one might be
because that's
closer
the one
for you
that I
guys.
see.
Yeah, and they just
at
opened one
University
in
Mall.
Salt Lake. It is so good. Blueberry mint matcha, extra sweet. I get it every time. And their banana bread warmed up with butter. You heard it here. That's what you need to
I
get.
did that this weekend. I'm sending you a picture of the banana
It's
bread
so
warmed
good.
with butter.
I don't drink coffee, so I don't know how the coffee is, but I've heard people say it's good. But
Yeah.
I just love that they make all of their syrups in-house. And like the matcha is like
fun.
so smooth, and it's not like too strong of a matcha flavor or too sweet. It's just like that perfect in between.
Okay, we need to go.
Maybe we should go.
Okay, no, next one. One thing you want for Christmas.
The fur-lined Uggs. Or not the fur-lined Uggs, the fur-lined Crocs.
For like Crocs. Wait, what color are they?
That's so funny.
I want them to be beige, like the ones I wear all the time.
okay, yeah.
Because it's getting cold, and so it's almost
Yeah.
like Croc season is over unless we're inside. But if they're fur-lined, I can wear them all year round.
Then they're all terrain.
Yeah.
all terrain.
Literally.
That's amazing. Yeah, that's so fun. I was not expecting that. Okay, our final question. What's your swig order?
Guys, I had to stop going to Swig because they got rid of orange soda. And I hate them for it. Just kidding.
Wait, you're an orange soda
You're an orange
fan.
soda
Orange
girl.
soda. But when I do go to Swig, I get the missionary. I think it's like Sprite with tiger's blood.
Okay.
Super
Okay.
good.
Okay.
But my go-to soda order is orange soda with coconut and vanilla cream.
Oh, that sounds
okay.
delicious.
It's so good.
That
Tastes
sounds
like an
really
orange
good.
creamsicle.
Does a
Yeah.
different soda shop have orange soda?
Yeah, I feel like all of them do besides Swig.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite shop to go to that's
Thirst.
not Thirsty
Okay,
favorite?
Thirst.
They have the best treats.
They have the best treats.
Their
are so
beignets
good
are
there.
so good.
Beignets are amazing.
Yeah, and that's the thing is like soda shops, it's soda at the end of the day. Like how unique
know.
can you really
I
get
know.
with it?
Yeah.
So that's why I feel like I love Thirst is because they have like those baked goods, and I feel like that sets them apart from others.
Yeah.
And the fact that they have orange soda.
No, literally, I go back just for the beignets. I'm like, soda don't care. It's all the same. I'm like, it's Diet Coke. Unless it's from McDonald's, it
It's
tastes
true.
the same.
Tastes the same.
It's
Yep,
so
except
true.
McDonald's.
No, McDonald's is so good. Belle, thank you so much for coming.
Yes.
This
Thank
was
you for-
so
thank
fun.
you so much
We
for coming.
loved
This was
having
so
you.
fun. Yeah, you guys were great. So thank you.
Of course.
Okay, how can people find you?
Yes.
Instagram and TikTok at Darienne Debrule, or you guys can watch me on Good Day Utah from 7 to 10 a.m.
Tune in.
Tune in. Okay, well, thanks all.
We'll see you next time. Bye.